Raider Nation, what's Gucci, baby? It's your boy Cadillac once again, and I'm back with a brand new video for you here on Raider Country. Coming to you live from the Northern California hills where the trees grow tall and we talk that Raiders football, y'all. So today I got a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about, Raider Nation. Try to be a little bit more positive than yesterday. I do want to say one more thing about the Henry RuggsIII situation, and then I promise I'll leave it alone. No mas. We'll put that in the past, in the rear view, after I get this off my chest. But if you saw my video yesterday, then you definitely saw my explanation of what I thought probably went on. And so it comes out today that indeed he did have a woman in the car with him. So that explains he was not necessarily at the strip club doing his thing. He was more or less picking up his girlfriend from the strip club, because usually dancers get off in Vegas about 3:30. So that makes perfect sense. He went and maybe was sitting there having a couple drinks at the bar, chilling, waiting for baby girl to get off work. And then she gets off work, they jump in the whip, he hits it, boom, that's that. Anyways, it looks like his girlfriend, I guess we'll just call her Sugar for now. Anyway, looks like Sugar also was taken to the hospital with injuries along with Mr. Ruggs. And I think it's safe to say that she will be filing a lawsuit, and from now on she will be retired from dancing, because she's going to be getting a big old fat check and ain't going to have to be wearing those 8-inch platform heels and dancing around shaking her booty no more. I'm just saying though, I call it like I see it. Anyway, no more Mr. Ruggs, he's in the past. So let's go ahead and move forward. Moving forward, yesterday we got a little press conference, right? Coach Bisaccia and Coach, I call him Coach, Derek Carr came out, and they were the only two people from the Raiders to come out and give a press conference yesterday. And that does make sense, because if you think about it, who else, any other player that you put out there could maybe say the wrong thing, because the press, they were sure answering them tough questions. You know what I mean? They were digging. They were trying to get somebody to say the wrong thing. And I think Coach Bisaccia and Derek Carr both did a very good job of, explaining that first and foremost, the thoughts and prayers and condolences going out to the victim of this unfortunate crime circumstance is number one, most important, before we even get to Henry Ruggs and being sorry and feeling bad or being mad or whatever, however we feel towards him. She is the one that perished in the fire. And sadly, the worst part about it is she also had her poor little doggy in the car too. And I'm a big dog person. I own 4 dogs myself, so that just hurts my heart even more to hear. So Henry Ruggs, you done effed up, and you're going to be slapping them bones and throwing them spades for this one. Real talk. Anyway, also, I saw he got released on a $150,000 bond. Jesus, I've seen people have $200,000 bails over absolutely nothing before. So, needless to say, he's already getting some, light glove treatment. But, like I said, no mas on Ruggs. We're going to talk about everything going forward. So what do we got? We got the Giants coming up this week. Coach Bisaccia said yesterday the Raiders had a great Wednesday practice. They had their team meeting. Just like when Coach Gruden had to leave, they came together as a team, all the team leadership, and then again as the whole team. Everybody got everything off their chest, said what they had to say, and boom. Put it in that cookie jar, put it over there, and leave it there, because we got a job to do. Like Derek kept saying, maybe later he'll have some time to go ahead and grieve and think about the situation more. But for now, the Raiders don't have time to worry about their ex-friend, ex-teammate, Mr. Ruggs. They got the New York Giants on Sunday. And although the New York Giants just got smacked by the Kansas City Chiefs, that just means they're going to be that much more hungry to come out this week. So the Raiders are going to have to come focused and come ready to play, because you better believe the Giants are going to come ready to play as well. Granted, the Raiders are a better team, but, you know, they still got to play the game like they always say. You don't know what's going to happen because the game hasn't been played yet. Anyway, moving on. Next thing I want to talk about is what kind of opportunity this is going to be for Zay Jones. Okay? I mean, you've seen, if you watch the Raiders games this year, you've seen bits and flashes of Zay Jones out there on the field. I mean, in the last game, you saw him go down there, and he's pretty much got the Raiders started in that last game with that 9 route. He ran down the sidelines. Derek Carr threw it up, back shoulder. He went up and grabbed it. You know, Zay Jones has definitely made the most of his opportunities as a receiver so far this year on the Las Vegas Raiders. Needless to say, he hasn't had a whole lot of chances, and me personally, I think you should be picking him up on your fantasy football teams because him and Derek Carr have a very good on-field relationship. They get along very well. They vibe. They're on the same page. They are not Odell mixed with Baker Mayfield. They are the complete opposite. They're out there looking like Montana to Rice. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, Zay Jones is going to have a big game this week. And not only that, another interesting thing is that at the trade deadline this week, the Raiders went ahead and they let go of Willie Snead. So the Raiders are actually going into this football game with only 3 receivers on the team as of now. You know, right now they still got 2 slots open on that 50-man squad. So 53-man squad, excuse me. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen, who's going to be in those spots. Maybe they'll move up, say, Marcel Aitman, Dylan Stoner, DJ Turner. We'll see what happens. But for now, the Raiders only have 3 receivers on their team. Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, and Zay Jones. So expect them boys to get a lot of work this week. I'd also expect to see a lot of double tight end with Darren Waller and Foster Moreau as well. So, you know, play that as you may. Needless to say, the Raiders are doing everything they can to get refocused. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tough time trying to put all that Ruggs stuff behind them, but they have no choice. Remember, these men are professionals. They have a game to play this Sunday. Coach Bisaccia, born and raised right there in New York. You know, like Coach Bisaccia made a joke yesterday that his dad was the coach of the New York Giants for 40 years, but nobody ever knew it because his dad was such a New York Giants fan. So this game means a lot to Coach Bisaccia. This game means a lot to the Raiders organization and the team for this year because you think about it, and this game's big. After Los Angeles Chargers lost last week, we got a full game up on them. And the last thing we can do is afford to give that game back because we have to stay on top of the AFC West. Just like I've been saying and predicting on this channel for weeks, the Raiders will win the AFC West this year. They're in the driver's seat, not like Henry Ruggs, in order to get there, get what they need to get done to accomplish their goals for this season. And so the last thing I want to talk about is the spread in this football game, because occasionally I will see a Raiders game with a point spread that I think is advantageous. And the Raiders, as of right now, are favored by 3 points. So they are a road favorite. So Vegas does think they are the better team. Duh! Like I didn't already know that. But they're only favored by 3 points. And I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that the Raiders can beat the Giants by a field goal. You know, to be perfectly honest, I think the Raiders go ahead and win this game by double digits because the leadership in their locker room, Derek Carr, everybody being on the same page, you know, granted they won't have the deep threat that they had. I don't think that that's going to hurt them as much as some people might think that it will. You know, the only kind of negative thing about this game is it is being played at 10 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time out there in the Meadowlands in New York. And typically, West Coast teams playing in the 1 o'clock slot tend to underperform. However, you have to remember, John Gruden had this team practicing at 7 a.m. every single day through training camp. So this team is very used, their bodies are conditioned to waking up and performing earlier on in the day. And trust me, that is huge. You know, because when your body clock, when it's not time for your body to feel like it's at its full, at its maximum potential or performing ability, you tend to come out sluggish in games. West Coast teams do it all the time when they play in that 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock West Coast time slot. Teams come out and they usually play lazy. However, we showed in week 2 against Pittsburgh. What happened? We went out, played Pittsburgh at 10 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, and we went out and got the dub. 26-17 over the Steelers. And that was with John Gruden calling the plays. And we all know when John Gruden calls the plays, you don't score any points in the first half. So now that we can get that John Gruden play calling out of here, boom, I think we're going to come out on fire. I know the team's going to be ready to play. I know the leaders on this team are going to have everybody focused. It's been another tough and trying week for the Las Vegas Raiders. But you know what? It is what it is. Like Derek said yesterday, maybe later we'll have time to think about all this stuff and reflect on it. But for now, we got a job to do. So, leading with that, I just want to say, hope you're having a lovely day. I appreciate you giving me your valuable time and spending some of it with me. Once again, my name is Cadillac. We're here on Raider Country where we talk that Raiders football, y'all. So go ahead, get your Yannick Ngakoue on, sack that like button. Go ahead, leave the comment down below. Let me know how you feel. What do you think? You think the Raiders can win by more than 3? Are they going to lose? Do you think there's a letdown coming in sight? What do you think? Let me know. Love to hear it. Always, once again, don't forget to subscribe. Your boy could use the subscribers. Anyways, hope y'all having a good day. Cadillac's gone.